Well, good evening, everybody. It's the Cryptid Huntress. I'm Jessica Jones. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Oh my gosh, we have the best show lined up this evening. I have my friend Dinco D here in the studio tonight. He might just be one of the biggest known celebrities that we've had here on the channel so far. And we're going to be talking about a lot of really interesting stuff. I just titled it Stranger Things of New York, okay, because there's so much going down in New York. And Dinco is from New York, and he's got some stories to tell. I am sure we're gonna get into that tonight. You guys are gonna know Dinco probably, especially if you guys are into 1990s hip hop and stuff. He is of hip hop royalty actually, and is from a group you guys will know as Leaders of the New School. He has broken off and does some solo stuff now. And we're going to talk about that a little bit again tonight as well. So thank y'all so much for being here. I am so excited. I always love having my friends on. And Dinco and I go way back when to the ATL days, back when I used to run the streets of Atlanta and stuff. You know, we were always rubbing elbows with really cool people in Atlanta. Okay. And I did for sure, including Dinco. All right. So if you guys would like to follow along with all of my work and everything I'm doing, y'all please go to my website. That is thecryptidhuntress.com. You can find all of my shows there, including all the things I'm going to be doing and places that I will be speaking. I do have the Molina Bigfoot Festival coming up pretty soon here. I think I have a flyer for that. That is November the 9th? I think that's the 9th. Yes, on a Saturday. So y'all come down to Georgia. It's like middle Georgia. Come see me down there. It's one of the best Bigfoot festivals in the South. Okay. And of course, I'm going to be in January. I will be at the East Alabama Bigfoot Town Hall. I'm going to be speaking there as well. So y'all please come see me at those events. And actually the night before the Molina Bigfoot Festival, I'll be speaking the night before at their local library. Okay, I'm going to be at the library, giving a little presentation on Bigfoot, meeting the locals, and getting all their Bigfoot stories that night with Dr. John Stamey and Matthew Delph, the badass monster hunter. Okay, so y'all come see me down there as well. Okay, well, oh, also, if you'd like to support the channel, I have a Patreon. Shout out to all my members. You guys rock. And thank you to all of my channel members as well. If you guys would like to join the channel, just hit the join button. Go to your PC, your laptop, and hit that join button. And I put exclusive content out for you guys. And also I got a shop. It's called We're Woman Goods. All right. So thank you guys so much for doing your Christmas shopping with Jessica at We're Woman Goods. And it's all on sale right now. All right. I'm not wasting any time tonight because I got Dinco here in the studio. Okay. So Dinco is an artist, a rapper, an entrepreneur from Long Island, New York. He's a founding member of Leaders of the New School, along with Cut Master Milo, Charlie Brown, Busta Rhymes. And in 2016, Dinco released his debut solo album. It's called Cameo Flows, and he's got a brand new, another song out, Blackout with Party Crashes. Okay, and he's got a shoe line, he's got skateboards, he's got all that stuff. Please help me welcome to the show my friend, Mr. Dinco D.
Hey, people, what's happening?
What's up, Dinco?
Huntress? How you doing?
Hey, oh my gosh, it's been so long since we've got to hang out. And,
yeah, the ATL days. It's been a long minute.
It has been. It has been. How have you been?
I've been doing great, man. Doing music, living life. It's my son, wife, family. Just doing good, man. Life is great.
That's wonderful. I know we go so far back. I didn't have my son back then.
Right, me neither.
You
I didn't
know,
have
I
one
know
either.
we have both created children since the last time we saw each other. That's what I was saying before we went live tonight. It's wild, and you know, even, yeah, those are the good old days, though, right? In Atlanta, and it was not even that out of. I mean, it wasn't out of the possibility of like going somewhere like what L Bar. I met you at L Bar, I remember,
Elbar,
and
yeah. Shout out to my
it's
boy DJ Reality.
exactly to everybody at L Bar. What up, y'all? I don't even know if it's still open today. I have
Yeah,
no idea.
I think I was the first one to promote that spot when it opened. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was just out there hanging out, having a good old time, and listening to the DJ, and I rubbed shoulders with you, and I had no idea who you were. We were just hanging out, having fun,
That's
and
it.
it wasn't until way later on I realized who you were. I was like, oh, I know him. I used to watch you on Living Color
That's
and stuff.
right.
Yeah, back in the 90s. So
Arsenio, Living Color,
yeah. Oh man.
BT, all the stations. We made a nice little imprint, man. Leaders of the new school. Shout out to Busta Rhymes, C. Brown, Milo.
Oh yeah.
Peace to my
I mean,
boy Geronimo. You know, yeah, we was doing it,
I'm just saying,
and still doing it. You know.
you're still doing it. Tell me what you're doing these days, because I know you got a shoe line, you got skateboards, you got new music. What you
Well, right
got?
now I'm just building, building more stuff more independently, just me, since splitting from the group and stuff. So I got my skateboard, I got my sneaker, Dinco 360 ETA. You can go online and get that. My website, DincoD.com. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying? I got some new ventures. I got merch, whatever, I'm just a venture. I'm just a venturer figuring it out.
man, you're an entrepreneur, and I can appreciate that. Super appreciate it. I'm one as well. Okay, and yeah, well, okay. So since you and I hung out, I have started chasing Bigfoots, and
Yes, I see.
right. What do you think about that, Dinko? Like, tell me the truth. What's
Matter
up
of
with
fact, also I do art now. I've just got some of my stuff in galleries, and I actually thought about you when let me get this right. When I
I
was
love
painting
that.
this, you see it?
I do. I love that. It looks like a Bigfoot.
Yes,
It
exactly.
does. It looks like a Gugway, a Type 3 Bigfoot. Okay. It does. I love that. That is so cool. You do have like, so you're doing showings at art galleries and things like that too with your art. You're just
Yes.
so creative. And I can so appreciate that. I'm super proud of you.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I'm proud to be here, man. Proud to be with you here after all these years.
for sure. For sure. Well, I'm here because I've been chasing Bigfoot. Okay. And I'm really into like all this weird paranormal stuff that's going on. And it's just a big part of my life now. And I just figured, you've had to have had some weird paranormal stuff happening up in New York. You guys that's an area of just a lot of enigmas.
Well,
And
yeah, I mean, every time I step into the city, there's all type of creatures.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Humans or non-humans?
Both.
Yeah. Oh man, we just did a show last week on vampires, and I was going
plenty of those out there too.
So
I'm a day walker myself.
Have you experienced a vampire before in New York or anywhere?
Yes, the bloodsuckers is out here. Yes.
Yeah. Like for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's real live bloodsuckers.
I've heard that before. I've heard that, and we talk about them a lot here on the channel. I talk about like energy vampires a lot, but
yes, a lot of the energy vampires. It's rough.
It is. Okay, well, in Atlanta, they say that in Atlanta there is an underground vampire cult. Have you heard about that?
I think I was part of it when I was done.
Oh, really? I mean, yeah. Okay, well, look, staying out late and going to the clubs is different. Okay, it's a little bit different.
Nah, but yeah.
In that case, I was a part of it too.
There's definitely some strange things out here in New York, man. Like Long Island, where I'm at. Wasn't you out in Long Island?
I was at Long Island. I did. I came up last August. I think it was like last year's August, and I was there with a group of people who were survivors of the Montauk Project.
Yes, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Pilgrim State?
No. What's that?
So it was like a mental institution that's closed down, but Yeah, they be finding bodies and stuff over there. It's crazy now.
Ooh, well, I did pass. Is it Rikers Island and stuff? Like I passed that going in. We got up there and it's beautiful. You know, I was actually shocked because you hear about Long Island and you think about like downtown Manhattan. You think about I just think about like downtown New York City when I think of Long
Yeah.
Island. And so it was shocking. And I know my friend Long Island Bigfoot Mike is in the chat tonight. He's
Shout
here.
out to Bigfoot Mike. I got to get up with him. He's still out here?
Here he is. I'll pull him up right here on the screen. This is Long Island Bigfoot. He's got a YouTube channel and he's a good friend of mine. Mike met us up there. We had a big old group. We stayed at a house in Montauk, which is actually quite swanky. Okay.
Yeah, it's out there. You at the end of that. You at the tip of the top.
It was really nice up there, but I was
That's
shocked.
the end of the island. He was by the lighthouses and stuff.
Yeah, I was totally shocked at like how beautiful and like how not that it was not beautiful. I didn't think it was gonna be beautiful, but it was just so many woods. There's trees everywhere. I didn't picture Bigfoot being in Long Island. Okay.
Right.
But when we got there, we had some Bigfoot experiences up there, actually.
Oh, what happened?
Well, as a matter of fact, Long Island Bigfoot, who's in the chat right now, they got a video of a Bigfoot there at Camp Hero. Now we were at Camp Hero. I'm going to see if I have some pictures. So the Montauk Project was actually what Stranger Things is based off of.
Right. My son loves that show. Yeah.
Oh.
I love that show too. Yeah.
Well, everybody knows about the Stranger Things and stuff, but it was actually based off of that TV show is based off of this. And I've got a picture. Let me show this picture right now. I got to pull it up. So, like I said, I went up there. We actually went for a reunion of the 20-year biorhythm portal that is said to open up right there off the coast of Camp Hero in the ocean, where the Philadelphia experiment, the USS Eldridge, reappears every 20 years. It's like stuck in a time loop. Okay.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yes.
Well, we got there. We think that it might have shown up. Actually, that's me and my crew.
That's in Long Island.
That's at the the top of Long Island in Montauk. It's called Camp Hero, and
that's dope.
And we'll have to take you there sometime. So we went there. I'm not going to say we got. You're not supposed to like go into that radar tower and stuff. Some of the people with us did get in trouble. Okay, they did get in trouble. They got caught. See, some of us know how to not get caught. Right. But that's the tower right there in this picture beside 11. Okay, that's the same tower. They did a lot of really horrible experiments on people. And there was a time
they know
where
for that out here. That's what I was saying. Like the mental institution, Pilgrim State, they used to do a lot of crazy stuff to the mental patients.
Oh, I wonder if they were taking patients out of there for this project.
Probably. They still out here roaming around in the streets.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I know people were getting kidnapped and stuff and put in these programs, and it had to do with like time travel, teleportation. It was not good. A lot of like torture and things were happening to the children there. It was just really kind of dark. Like,
that's
really
nuts.
Dark. Yeah. But we were there, and it said that there's a Bigfoot that lives on that property there at Camp Hero. His name's Junior. And Junior, yeah, Mike, who's a Long Island Bigfoot, had like communication with him or had seen him before, and so he took us out there to where Junior could be. They ended up getting I think they got a video of him while we were there. So,
oh yeah, can I see that?
I don't have it on here. I don't have it right here.
I gotta go get my own picture of Junior. I gotta go meet Junior.
Yes, I'll take you next time we come up there. How about that?
Sounds good.
Yes. Okay. Well, we'll plan on it. And recently I just heard that Netflix put out a brand new series called The Manhattan Alien Abduction or something like that.
Right.
Have you heard about that? And what do you know about alien abductions up there?
I've heard people talk about different experiences and stuff like that. Me personally, I've never been abducted by an alien. I think I've probably, probably been abducted and don't know it,
Yeah, that's what unfortunately, I think a lot of us have. And we just don't know it because I have had, okay, so this is since I've seen you. Okay, a lot has happened in my life, a lot.
Right.
And I've woken up at night and had ETs in my bedroom. before.
What? That's
Okay.
nuts.
It
I
is.
mean, I've seen some deeds out here in Long Island, but it's nothing concrete that I could say, like, yo, that was this or that, but some strange things going on.
Okay, so this series on Netflix is about a woman who lived in Manhattan. Now, where you're from Queens, right? Is it Queens?
I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Long Island.
Okay, born in Brooklyn. All right, well, this was 1989. Okay, so this is when we were just kids. This
Right.
lady named Linda Napolitano, I think is her name. She said that she was abducted by aliens outside her high-rise apartment. And yeah, they've made a Netflix series about it. I mean, she said that they literally took her out of her high-rise apartment and she was taken aboard a craft. This is something that we talk about quite a bit here on the show. And I've been tasked with some really interesting remote viewing targets in the past that involve people with missing time. Now, have you ever had an experience where you had missing time?
Missing time? As
Yeah.
far as what to explain that? What is missing time?
Missing time. Missing time is when you just lost track of time, or you can't understand like how something got so late. And I know you're a busy guy.
Definitely.
You're a busy guy. But it just seems like, well, how did it become like 5 o'clock in the afternoon when it was just 12? Okay, like something is off. Like you're driving, you don't know how you got like a county further than you're supposed to be. Like things are just out of place. That kind of a thing.
Missing time. Yeah, I mean, I miss time all the time.
Yeah.
When I'm just going through daily activities. Okay. An hour passed by in 5 minutes. You never know.
Oh man. Well, see, that happens when you're busy too, though, because that's my entire day, every day, just like you. So, but back in the 1980s, my great grandmother and my great aunt had an experience in Georgia, up in the mountains in North Georgia. And they said they were driving in the middle of the night. It was not super late at night, but they said that a light came down over their car. And they were driving, they looked up, they saw this light, and the next thing they know, like literally within an instant, they were like 2 counties over, and an hour or 2 hours had passed, but like it was just in an instant. And they didn't know how they got there.
Wow.
Yeah.
When the last time you had some missing time?
Oh God. You know what? I've really only had, the last time I had missing time that I know of for sure was when I was in the field doing Bigfoot research. But that happens a lot. Yeah, because actually we're discovering that Bigfoot activity and ET activity go hand in hand.
Mm.
Yeah. Extraterrestrials and Bigfoots. And Bigfoots could be an extraterrestrial. I don't know.
We don't know. We shall find out. We got to keep looking.
Okay, Dinco. So you asked me before we started the show. You said, "What's a dogman?"
Yeah, what is a dogman?
You've never heard of a dogman before?
I think I've heard of it, but I've never ventured into that world, the dogman world, the Bigfoot world. You're my tour guide for this.
Okay. Well, you know what a werewolf is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a werewolf, but we have, I'm going to show you a chart in just a second. Okay, because my audience is well aware of dogmen and well aware of Bigfoot. This is really cool because it's not often that I have a guest on this, like, what is a dogman? Okay.
Yeah, I'm intrigued with all of this.
Okay,
I can't wait till we go Bigfoot hunting.
Oh, I'm taking you Bigfooting for sure. Okay, so there's actually an organization called the North American Dogman Project. And they're based all over the entire country. They have regions. Actually, the head of one of my teams, I'm on 4 different research teams.
Wow.
That goes out in the field, boots on the ground field research. The head of one of my teams, who just passed away recently, unfortunately, he was the Region 5 director of the North American Dogman Project. And so many people have reports of dogmen all over the United States that not only do we have like these regional directors and field investigators that go out and take reports, we have so many different types of dogmen that they have charts. I want you to check this out. You can see.
Snap.
All right. So a lot of the dogmen that we have around here are, they're classified. A lot of them look as though they are like off of Van Helsing. A lot of them appear to be like hyena type dogmen, and we're talking about
Yeah,
these
they look
gigantic.
sick, man. I think I've seen some of these dudes.
Yeah, probably yeah. You probably saw them in Atlanta, I bet.
Out in Long
Right.
Island too. They out here,
Balance
Dogmen.
here. Oh my gosh. Yes. Well, we have this. It's almost like an epidemic of like reports of dogmen and Bigfoots. You'll never guess where the concentrations are.
What's the main area?
National parks,
Why? Because nobody's in the park?
because
And
it's
they
government owned land.
Oh, so the government might be part of the Dogman training camp.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Maybe.
That's nuts.
I
They got
know.
training dogman camps where they just keep them hidden.
I think they might. I don't know. I
Right, they might
listen.
be controlling dogmen, never know.
Oh my gosh, that's what we talk about all the time. I've actually had eyewitnesses that come on my show. I have friends. I myself go out and do dogman hunting and research. And yeah, there's something really fishy going on, and I do think that there is some government involvement with it. Actually,
Yeah, they're
yeah,
usually involved in everything now here.
they are for sure. Well, including okay, so Plum Island, right? Like you actually are not too far from Plum Island. That's right near Montauk. What do
Plum
you know
Island
about
is the
Plum
real
Island?
island. Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, I've heard of it. Didn't a family own Plum Island or something? Some type of family or something?
Well, that's actually a picture of Plum Island, and it's an island in the town of Southold in Suffolk County. Uh, it is not too far from Montauk, and back in let's see, what year was this? There was a hold on, my notes right here because not too long ago there was this animal that washed up on
Oh,
shore, and it was
snap.
called the Montauk Monster. Let me
Yo,
not.
he looks sick, man. Is he still alive?
No, that thing's dead.
That
It's
one is
dead.
dead right there?
It's dead. Yes. So
Oh, man.
okay, so this is where you live. This is not too far
Right,
from
that's
where you
what
live.
I'm saying. I got little things like that around here.
You do. You have more than that.
Oh man, I gotta go hunting.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm for. I'll come over there and go hunting with you.
Yeah, we
So
gotta
back
we
in
gotta do it. I'm ready.
we do. This is so funny. Yeah. So back in 2008, uh, Montauk like made the news. Okay, it made the news. This is before like the Stranger Things show came out and everything. But it
Yeah.
said that this creature had
Oh,
washed up on shore.
right, because that thing looks like one of the little animals from Stranger Things. You're right.
It does.
Oh
Okay,
snap.
so people were like, "Wow, this is like an actual monster. Like, what could this be?"
Yeah.
Um,
He looks cool though. He don't look too, monstrous.
well, a lot of people think it was a raccoon. Okay, like a dead raccoon.
Right.
But I just don't know if I get a raccoon out of that. But when something dies and it gets bloated, it could look different. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
It's in
right.
the water. It was in the water. But yeah, after this was found, okay, like a woman found it when she was walking on the beach and took pictures, and it made the news. Okay.
Right.
But a few years later in 2010, the Associated Press, the actual news company, said that a human body with very long fingers, okay, abnormally long fingers, were found on Plum Island shore. And they thought that people were assuming that maybe it was like a human that had tried, like a human hybrid or something that had tried to escape Plum Island and it drowned.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
nuts.
what do you think the odds are that we've got like government programs like black projects and
Oh
stuff?
man, that's how they operate. That's an everyday thing, man. They got islands and parks and underground and out in the air. They got places doing all type of things out here, man.
Yes, they do. Uh, okay, Christopher saying leaving messages with mutilated corpses and stuff. Honestly, I've done shows. I've actually been giving these blind remote viewing targets, which means that like Dinco, I'm just given a set of numbers, right?
Yeah.
And I sit down and I have a process that I go through, and I chart out all this information that I channel. Okay, and it's something our military uses, remote viewers. Okay, but I was given a blind target. I'm
Mm.
given a lot of blind targets. Oh shoot, I just lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was talking about. I guess it was just like talking about all these different animals, animal human hybrids.
Right.
Okay, and there's this one that I had that was actually a horse humanoid. Okay, that my friend Jeremiah, his father's one of his best friends, a neighbor that they had up in New York. This is in New York, by the way.
Right, man. Strange things is happening in New York, man. It's crazy.
It was up there, and this man had found this. It was like an animal human hybrid, and it was like bipedal on 2 legs. It had a horse face, but it had skin like a human. And they said that like the kids, when it actually died, because it was like it was really sick. And he said that the kids were going up to it and like poking it with sticks, and it was like going into the skin like a hot knife in butter. Like it was so weird.
That's nuts.
He said that he called it in to like authorities, and when the authorities got there, they put it on the back of a flatbed truck, and they took it off. So it was like the government came and got it. And and as I was doing that show, Dinco, I swear my internet completely got shut down.
Yeah,
they shut my internet down. Yes. So I think these things are real. I think there's some kind of like programs going on, and yeah, it's there's a big cover up going on. So, but it's right there in your state.
No doubt. How about upstate? Do you ever hear about anything? I think I hear stuff about upstate New York. There's a lot of woods up there.
The Adirondacks. I can't say it. Yeah, that's actually that's where that happened. Was the Adirondacks?
Right.
Yeah, and I'm not checking the messages in the chat right now. I should be doing that. Hey, Brown Dwarf. So Long Island Bigfoot lives up there too. He lives in Long Island, but he does some research up there. He actually went up there and investigated the Champ. I think it's called Champ. Have you ever heard of the lake monster you guys have?
No, man.
You have a Loch Ness monster.
All of this stuff, man. The lake monster?
Yeah.
Which lake is it?
It's in Lake Champlain.
And is that in Long Island or just New York?
It's in New York. It's not Long Island. It's upstate.
Yeah, it's probably upstate. That's where all the woods. That's where all park. That's where things would have a better chance of running around free or staying hidden.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we even got like dogmen up there. There's a lot of dogmen. Long Island Bigfoot Mike has actually encountered dogmen up there. Around Long Island, I do believe, and Bigfoot for sure. They got Champ from Lake Champlain. There's even a phantom moose. Okay, Ron says I've seen a moose man in the chat.
A phantom moose.
Yeah, a phantom moose. There's all sorts of stuff up there, and it's something else that you guys have up in New England, like the New England area.
Yeah, you're right.
Up there, y'all have Indian burial mounds. Okay, earthen mounds, right? Okay, some of those mounds have had giant skeletons in them as well.
Mm.
Yeah, giant. Some of them have horns on their heads. So,
snaps.
Is your mind being blown tonight or what? What's going on?
Yes, man. This is stuff, I don't have time to really explore, but that's why I'm here with you, the Huntress.
Yeah, right. Well, that's my job. Okay.
Right.
I'm just here to talk about it. Yeah, I mean, okay, tell me personally, like from your personal life, have you ever experienced any kind of ghost, anything weird? Like tell me about your experiences.
Man, I mean, they happen all the time, but I let them go. I don't try to hold on to them too much, so I don't go crazy. But yeah, there's things I see out here at night, especially in the skies. Like I'm more of a sky looker. You know what I'm saying?
You watch the stars.
Watch the stars.
Have you ever seen any like UFOs or anything moving kind of weird or off in the sky? Yeah,
I've seen some movements. Like you see things move in the dark, but you can't tell. It's like a witch on a broom, but you see stuff moving. It's just a dark entity going around, in the sky. And you see the sky as the background. You see that a lot out here.
Yeah. Okay, I got to tell you something that I saw tonight. This is tonight. Okay, so we spent the whole day moving my grandmother. My grandmother's like 94. Okay. Yeah. And she was living in one of those apartments like for like 55 and ups. Okay.
Yeah.
But she needed to go somewhere where they could watch her a little better. So we just moved her into like a senior center today. And so I put a camera in her old apartment today in case they knew she was leaving, in case somebody tried to break in. I'm all suspicious of people and stuff. So
of course.
right? Supposed
There's
to be trying to like break
dog
in.
women out here. Are there
Right.
dog women?
I'm more scared of humans, Dinko. Okay.
I'm trying to tell you, they out here, the vampires, the real
Hold on.
dogmen in your face.
Do you remember that man? Okay, me and you, I think it was David, maybe. Like that, there's that dude creeping around down where I used to live that night. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Didn't we see him in the back of the woods?
We did. There was a man living in the back of my, and I didn't know he lived back there.
Yeah,
God,
we seen him walking. Didn't he? Was he tinted? He was like sitting by something. Was there water back there or something?
there's a creek. Yeah, there's a man. Yeah, it was wild. Y'all,
Yeah,
Dinko and
we
I have
seen
had
him.
some weird experiences. Okay, you and I.
Yeah, we did see that
Sure.
dude. Yeah, that's crazy. I remember that now.
We did. We did. Okay, so oh my God, what was I saying?
Talking about
Oh, what happened today with my grandmother?
Yeah,
Okay, I get so thrown off. I have so many things going on right now with all the
I
chats. Thank
know.
you
I
so
see.
much.
I love it.
I know. I want to before we go there, I want to thank T-Bone. Thank you so much. He just gifted 5 Cryptid Hunters memberships. Thank you, T-Bone. That is so
Yes.
sweet of you.
Thank you.
That's awesome. And also Fire by Design. Thank you for plant medicine research. Oh my God, thank you. That is so sweet. I have the best live chat and audience, hands down, Dingo, by the way.
I like
Great
it, man.
people.
I love your
For sure.
movement, man.
Thank you. Okay, so tonight I was actually I was watching my grandmother's feed because I kept getting these notifications that there was movement in her apartment. Okay, there's movement, and I was like, God, like it was like one after the other. I kept getting these notifications, like ding, 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 and so I just opened it up and I was looking, I was listening because it's got a microphone there, and I just got another one. Oh my God, I swear to goodness, I just got another one just now. It said motion detected again. I just got it just now, live.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm checking and I'm hearing like, yeah, it's an apartment. You can hear people like closing doors or something, but this is like a lot of shuffling, a lot of like clicks and bangs and shuffles. And my grandmother's not there tonight. And there's like motion, and I turn it on one time because I kept having to turn it on. I saw a black shadow fly across the camera, like a black shadow. And then I saw an orb come from down the hallway. It wasn't a bug because I looked.
Now, have you seen this on the camera or you seen this live?
On the camera live. On the camera live.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm seeing all this and I'm hearing it and I'm just like, oh my God. And then I find out, guess what? Three, I can't remember if it was 3 or 5. I think it was like 3 people died in that building this week. 3 people. Okay. So I don't know. It's just really odd. I'm not saying it was ghost, but it might have been ghost. Could have been.
Yeah, you never know.
It was just really odd. And I literally just got another notification. So there's something going on in there.
Yeah, you gotta check that out.
You do. I know. Well, I've lived in a lot of haunted houses. The most haunted house I ever lived in was on Ponce de Leon Avenue in Atlanta.
Ponce.
You remember Ponce, right across from the Claremont Lounge.
Right, MJQ, L Bar's over there. Yeah.
That's where L Bar is. That's where I met you. That's where I met you.
Yes.
Yeah, super haunted. Now, what I'm finding is like it's not just like the houses that are haunted; it's the land. Okay, and where you live up at Long Island, it has a rich history of like Native American history up there, and one of the places we went was actually right beside this place called the Montauk Manor.
Montauk Manor.
I was getting like Illuminati vibes off that place, by the way.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's a lot of Illuminati vibes out here.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Certain parts of Long Island you go to, yeah, it's definitely I find new places every day out here I didn't know existed.
Yeah. Okay, what about we got look at this. We got Montauk is Strange in the chat tonight. This is Brian. He has actually written a book on Montauk, on Camp Hero. He's my resident expert. He knows everything there is to know about Montauk.
He's out here in Long Island?
He's at Long Island. You have to meet Brian and Mike.
Okay, yeah, I gotta hook up with them people.
Brian and Mike are the best tour guides you'll ever get at Montauk, for sure.
Nice.
So we'll hook you up with them sometime. But okay, so super Okay, so you said we're talking about Illuminati. Okay,
Yeah, the Illuminati
and
vibes out
I
here
know
in
I
Long
need to
Island.
probably not say that so much because like YouTube will start picking that up and like
They
flag my
do,
channel or
right?
something.
Yeah, let's be
Yeah,
careful.
it's crazy. These streets are crazy right now. Up in YouTube. But okay, what about let's skip to something different because I was talking about clones and things like that and the
Oh
occult.
yeah, the clone
You okay?
celebrity clones.
Let's go into your wheelhouse right now, okay? Because you are, like I said earlier, like you're one of the most well-known celebrities. I've had some celebrities on the show, okay, but like you might be you do rank up there in the very top of my celebrity friends. Um, have you ever experienced anything weird? Because I know that I've met people that were not human before. Have
Yeah, I
you?
mean, I like people in my group, you know, even in Leaders of New School, you know, sometimes I wonder who they are, you know. Is this a clone or is this the same person I know?
Y'all heard it here first. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting this. I was actually asking before the show, like, is it okay if we talk about this? And you're cool talking
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, all
You
right.
know,
Well,
it's
you know, it's a real thing. This is a real thing. And
yeah, they're
yeah,
doing it. They're doing a lot of experiments out here. Who knows, man? I mean,
yeah,
I don't know if it's some extraterrestrial stuff or some government interacting stuff, but yeah, they doing work on people out here.
yeah, for sure. Well, it's oh, we got my buddy Sovereign Cosmic Wildman in here, and he's like, wow, he said it. It is real. It's real. And there's a guy named Tom McDonald that put a song out last year. It's called Cloned Rappers. Okay, you're one of the best rappers I know. Listen, here's another thing. I found a picture. I was like looking for pictures today, and I
Yeah,
found you used to hang out with Doom too. I love Doom. Doom was my
yeah,
friend.
that's my dude.
God,
He actually mentioned me in one of his songs. I forgot the song. But he's like,
I love Doom so much, man. He and I hung out several times. And
oh, that
you
was
know,
my dude.
and it was always wild because when I'd see him, he wouldn't have his mask on, and sometimes I'd be like,
Right. See,
I'd be like,
I didn't know that. That's the Doom. I knew the KMD Doom. Like I knew
you
Doom.
knew Zeb Love X, right? You knew
Right,
Zeb.
exactly. I knew Zev Love X. And then when I moved to Atlanta, you know, he was like, what was it, Monster Island? Well, he was a mystery out there, man. I could
Yeah.
hardly get up with him. Every time I see
Well,
him, yeah.
he
It
was
was
always with
crazy.
Caleb. Yeah, he was with Caleb. I mean, what you got? Like Eric Sermon, you got KRS-One. I mean, God, you're like hip hop royalty, Dink. Okay, like this is crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
I
so
mean,
excited to be like, oh my God, I got Dinco coming on my show. We've been friends
yeah,
forever. I don't think people realize, like, I don't know if people believe me. Like, I'm actually friends with some really cool people.
that's
Okay.
right. Right.
Right.
You are a cool person to be a friend with.
Thank you. Thank you. Um, yes. Sovereign says MF Doom and Mad Villainy celebrated as the best album in hip hop worldwide. Yes. Yeah. It's wild. I love it when people know good music. Like, what do you think of? I hate to ask. I was going to say, what do you think about rap today? Because
Yeah,
I'm not as impressed,
here we
man. It
go.
just depends.
The rap game today is
It's different, right?
it's very different. You know, it's no versatility in it, and there's no compass
Right.
of a palette of different things to listen to or to get into. You know, people took they imagine people used to can imagine in hip hop. Now you can't. If you try to imagine, it's like you're nobody. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's really wild. I mean, well, you know, I live in Atlanta. You lived here in Atlanta too. How is your brother still down here? He's so cool.
Nah,
Like,
he's out there. He moved with my mother to help take care of my mother. So big shout out
okay.
to Big Dinko.
Big Dinko, what's up? Jessica says, hey.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I'm always
But,
back and forth. I'm still back and forth in Atlanta.
okay. Well, you're gonna have to come hang out with me next time you're down here. I'll take you Bigfooting. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I actually just had my what was it, my 50th, no, 70, what was it, 75th anniversary family reunion out there.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I didn't contact you when I was at Long Island. You didn't contact me when you're in Atlanta. Well, we'll start contacting each
We
other.
even
Okay.
now. Now we gotta start scoring.
We do for sure. But okay, people are asking in the chat too. They're like, okay, Brooke has a good point. I personally have been seeing videos of Tupac alive. What
Yeah.
do you think? What's up with that?
Tupac, man, that was a great dude. That was my brother, man. My first experience at meeting Tupac was on a tour, I believe. It was a show with Digital Underground, Big Daddy Kane. I think public enemy, a couple people. And I think it was in Virginia, North Carolina. And we was having problems. We didn't have a soundman because, you know, we was just getting on our feet. And most crews had their own soundman to control the sound for them. So the soundman was messing up our sound. And Tupac was like, yo, man, get they sound right. Like, he was really about that. Like, yo, he was ready to fight the sound man because we couldn't represent our music right. You know, he was really about the culture in hip hop.
Oh man. I mean, I love Tupac, okay, back in the day. And I've just been seeing him. What is it like? What is that group they're saying he's a part of now? It's the Five Maroon, whatever. Golly, I can't. I was going to say Maroon 5. That's not right.
This is right.
Jurassic 5.
Jurassic 5, right.
Jurassic 5. Do you think that's Tupac? What do you think?
Oh, which one? To kill? Who?
The guy who's in Jurassic 5. They say, I forgot his name, but they say that's Tupac. Like, he actually went in hiding and like I don't know, with witness protection, went to Cuba. He went somewhere.
Yeah, I've heard those stories. I don't know, man. Like I said, you know, there's strange things going on, but Tupac was a good brother, man. I hope his spirit definitely is traveling around here every day.
Yeah. Oh, Brian says that KRS came to his school in Riverhead and they were all
Riverhead. Yeah. That's out by me. I got family in Riverhead.
Oh yeah, that's Brian from Montauk is Strange. You'll have to meet up with him for
Brian,
sure.
what up? We got to get up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole lot of celebrities that seem to be popping out right now that are like that were said to have died back in the 1990s and stuff. And I'm thinking, even Michael Jackson. You know, some people say that he's still alive, but we also know there's this like cloning program. And Dinco, I got to tell you, if they ever try to take you to Antarctica, don't go.
Don't go to Antarctica. That's where they clone people.
That's where they're cloning people. That's the main cloning.
I know. Don't they have they got like all type of underground stuff out there? I heard.
It's there's underground stuff everywhere. You know about
everywhere, right. But Antarctica, I heard there's some really, really strange stuff going on.
Okay, we're talking about like that. I mean, I've been told that's like the biggest cloning facility, and they take all the celebrities down there, all the big names and stuff, and clone them there. I don't know. I mean, we just live in such a wacky world right now. So freaking wacky.
Yeah, right? I mean, it started out that way. So what else can we do?
Yeah. I know, right? So it's just hard to know what's what anymore. I know, listen, you are one of the most realest people that I know. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you're super real. I don't think you're a clone. I don't think I'm a clone. I hope I'm not a clone. Shoot. Would we even know if we were a clone?
Who knows? Listen, man. Who knows what dimension we in?
Right. Hey, listen, my timeline is only going up. Okay. Obviously, my timeline is just going up and up. So like, we're on a good vibe right now. Okay, we're on a good timeline. Let's see. We got, okay, Sovereign said there's footage of, it's a kill the MC. A kill. The Good Life Cafe days before Tupac died. That clone rumor is not true. Thank you, Sovereign. I appreciate that. He does look like Tupac, though. He really does. So.
Yeah, I got to look into that, man. Jurassic 5. Yeah. Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. I know, right? Okay, so you said that, oh my God, I hate to bring this back up again, but you said there could be people close to you that might have even been in your group that might even be.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of strange things going on, you know. Sometimes, you know, you grow up a person one way and then they a totally different way when you get back with them, man. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, you just had a reunion a couple like last year or a couple
Yeah, we've had a couple. We've reunited twice, 2 times, 2012, I believe, and 2014. We did the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival and we did Hot for the Holidays at Prudential Center in Jersey.
Okay. I saw that. That was amazing. Really cool.
What was the last time actually the show in Prudential Center with Busta was the last time we got to perform all together scenario with Fife when Fife was alive.
Oh yeah, that's okay. That's probably one of my favorite songs that you guys have done. And
scenario, right? Yeah, that's like if you know if you get a ring and a championship for hip hop, you know that's my ring right there. Scenario.
Yeah, I put it on my social media, like on, you know, because I know my audience. Listen, okay, so if you look at my demographics for everybody who watches my show, my demographics are about like our age range, Dinco. Okay, about our age range and a little bit older, probably. And I knew that like Like your new stuff you put out is fantastic. It is so good.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah.
scenario. I
I'm
need
still on
every.
fire. Still
You're
on
still
fire,
on
man.
fire. You're even more on fire today. I think.
Yeah, yeah. Like I turned it up. I had to. But
You
now
have.
I can just enjoy it independently. I ain't got to move with like a group of people every time I need to make moves or to be happy in the decisions I make. So yeah, the independence is definitely it suits me. It suits me well and makes me stronger.
Yeah, it does. It does suit you well. No, you look fantastic. I can tell like your energy is 100%. Like you're amazing. And
Yeah, yeah. I'm really focused these
yeah,
days, man.
you are. You ain't no clone.
Nah, no clones here, baby. No
No
clones.
clone. I know. Just don't go to Antarctica though. Okay. Just
I might see now. You
remember
gonna make
that.
me go. Now me and you got to go to Antarctica. We got to venture
I
out
ain't
there.
going to. No, I'm not
Look
going to
at you.
Antarctica.
You scared? You scared of Antarctica? Come on now.
No. I've already had like I had somebody. Okay, so like like I'm sometimes I usually read the comments on my videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, they've gone to this whole thing now. Like they're people. I don't know if it's like bots or they're real people. I don't know. But they're like, you're starting to look like controlled opposition now. And so I'm like, what? Like paid opposition? Like what? It doesn't make sense to me because I'm just out here having fun, putting out information. Yeah. And I guess it's just maybe I'm just having too much fun, or people think I'm like, I don't know, like an Alex Jones or something. Who knows? I know. I love me some Alex Jones though. That's my cousin. I wish he was my cousin. Right. But yeah, what do you think about like artificial humans and stuff too? Have you heard about that? Like with the homunculus, you know what that is?
Nah, man, you gotta school me onto that.
Okay, well that's where we get into like the occult. Okay, and I know like celebrities are really into like the occult. I'm not saying you are by any means. I've hung out with you. There's no occult stuff going on right now, but I'm just saying like. I'm not going to bring up any names, but I've heard there's, a couple of rappers that have homunculi and stuff. It's like almost like making something out of nothing, like creating something out of rituals and black magic and stuff. Yeah. Making other like clones of them, kind of. I know that's weird, but that's not something you're familiar with.
Nah, I'm not. That's new to me.
It's new to me too. It's kind of new to me too, but I've been hearing about it a lot. And it kind of goes on with like the homunculus is kind of like with the artificial humans, these cloning facilities. Oh, Dingo. Okay, so have you seen that video clip of this guy? He's like Kid Boo. He's a rapper. Okay.
No, and Kid Boo.
Kid Boo is his name, and he claims like there's this video of him where he's like, shout out to Clonaid. Shout out to Clonaid. I am model 259764. I was made on this date.
What?
And yes, he said that he was a clone.
So you gotta send me that link. You gotta send me some links on that.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to be schooling you on clones for the next week now. Okay, I'm just going to send
you stuff. Yes, we
on that.
We on. Yeah. So
you're already suspicious. Okay, so like you're like me. I've actually met people who say that they are clones.
Oh, get out of here. No,
I'm serious. Some of the guys and ladies, but it's mostly men that I know who have been part of the secret space program. And they say that they are clones, like their actual human bodies died. Right. And their consciousness put into another body.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So it happens. We know it happens. There's cloning facilities all over the United States and in Canada and in Antarctica. Okay, so yeah, we won't harp on the cloning stuff because obviously, I mean, that's wild. If you've seen somebody, people maybe. Another thing when I was in Atlanta, Dingo, I got a knock on my door at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. When I lived across from the Claremont Lounge.
Claremont.
And I figured it was like Whitney. It was like one of my friends. Whitney passed away a few months ago.
Yes, man. Love the Whitney, man.
Whitney was my best friend, and she passed away.
That was the homie.
That was my homegirl. Okay, and I figured it was like Whitney or one of my girlfriends needing to sleep on my couch or something. Okay, and so I opened up my door and I had this long hall. This is before I met you, actually. Yeah. Because I lived in Decatur when I met you. But I snuck down the hallway and I looked out the window. I had a window, right, to see if it was before we had ring cams and stuff. And so I was looking out the window and I saw this man standing there. He was like this Hispanic male. He was dressed okay. He was dressed kind of nice, I guess. But he had all black eyes. His entire, and it wasn't like he was high. Okay.
Right.
I'm talking about like the whites and everything were black in
Wow.
both of his eyes. Yeah. And
Yeah,
he just
I
stood
see
there.
that sometimes. I see that out in here sometimes. I see people who look real, their eyes look darked out. But
Yeah.
you don't pay it too much mind sometimes, so because everything is, it's a lot of walking humans that's just nuts.
Well, there's mental illness. Okay. There's drugs, but there's also non-humans walking around.
Right, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's people that's here that's not here,
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the one thing that I felt about him when I looked at him is he had no soul.
How you know he had no soul?
I just felt it.
You
I
could
just felt
feel it.
it. I could see it. You know, they say you can see it in their eyes. I saw it in his eyes.
So it's like a dark matter, dark energy.
Ooh, dark matter, black goo. Yeah, like venom. Yeah, yeah. It was like that. And we hear about these black-eyed kids. You've heard about the black-eyed kids.
No, what's that?
Don't let them in. Okay.
They come to your door or something, a window?
Oh my God, I got to tell you, I had something happen this week. Another thing that happened, I had gone into a store and I came back out to the car and my son and I were sitting there. I was just kind of like getting my keys out and about to crank up my truck. And somebody knocked on the window on my son's side, like on the passenger side front window. And I looked over and there was these two kids, like they were probably in their 20s. And I looked and they were like, hey, and they were like wanting to roll down the window. And for a split second, I looked at my son and he told me later that he thought the same thing. I was thinking, are those black-eyed kids? I literally thought that.
They had black eyes?
No, they didn't. That's why I rolled the window down. I ended up giving them $10. They needed some money, they said. And I gave them some money. I have whatever I had in my wallet, I just gave them. I was like, get away from my car, you black-eyed kids. Okay.
They spoke?
They asked for money. Yeah, they did. Well, black-eyed kids speak, they do talk too. But I kind of felt bad. I was like, I don't think they are, but it was just odd, to have them.
Yeah, you can't trust nothing, man. People, kids are demons too.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Demons inhabit any kind of body. Okay.
Right. And right. That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Look at what you call it. Damien and all that.
The Omen.
The Omen, yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Well, and a lot of times if people who do like ghost hunting, they will pick up on voices, right? Like people get these voice recording devices and they can talk with spirits on these devices. And I always tell people, I'm like, you never know who you're really talking to on those things. Because you might think I always say Aunt Edna. You're going to think it's Aunt Edna, but it's really a demon, So be careful about using that kind of stuff. Just saying, because a lot of times, like there's a famous picture too at the Amityville. I think Amityville's based out of New York.
Yeah, they had the Amityville horror. This real situation that happened.
Okay, so they had this movie that Ryan Reynolds played in. My cousin Chloe played the little girl. That's my cousin.
Oh snap!
She played the little 6-year-old girl, and so Ed and Lorraine Warren are famous demonologists and ghost hunters. They have a picture from the Amityville Horror House of a little boy looking out the window or looking out a door.
I think I've seen that. I think I've seen that picture.
Well, they said that's not really that little boy. That's a demon. They said.
I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
These little kids is demons these days all over.
They are, we just got to keep our heads on a swivel. I tell you what, we always have. Listen, if nothing else, living in Atlanta and having fun and, being out late at night, I learned to keep my head on a swivel.
Exactly.
And,
you know that.
Yeah. And to trust my gut.
You know what? The one time I've seen, I looked into the sky in Atlanta. I remember it was around the time we was hanging, but me and my man, we standing on the porch. I think Ann was with us. DJ Roots Queen, shout out to her. And we was at somebody's house just chilling. So I go out on the porch and me and my man is looking at the sky and we see this lightning just traveling toward us. And like, we could see it coming and coming and coming. And like, yo, this thing is not coming right at us. And sure enough, the thing came like right through the wires, the trees, right to the porch. And we had time to actually run and jump in the house and like when the lightning hit, you could feel it in our feet, and it, like when we jumped, it was crazy, man. It was I've never seen lightning come at like you could see it traveling towards you, and it struck like right there by us, man. That was crazy, and that happened in Atlanta. But then we go back outside, you could see the wires and the trees on fire from the actual lightning strike.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow, y'all were lucky
I've never
to
seen
get hurt.
lightning coming at me. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy.
That's wild. Yeah, it was almost like the universe was like, y'all better straighten up. I'm just kidding.
Right? It's like, yeah, y'all having too
Y'all
much
better
of a
straighten
good
up.
time.
This is your warning. I'm just
That's
kidding.
right.
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 Oh my gosh.
Get out. That's the
Get out.
time to get out of Atlanta.
Dude, I know, right? Well, I actually got out of Atlanta too. Okay, so we both did. And yes, and then yeah, that was wild. I don't take back any of that. I don't regret.
No,
I
not at
loved
all.
it. Loved it. Living in Atlanta was so fun.
It was
I got to meet
beautiful.
the best people. Yeah, we had a great time out there.
I still have a good time when I go once in a while, but I mean, not like we used to. You know, we had a nice crew of friends. Everybody was down for each other.
We were. Okay, so speaking of friends, I got my good friend Barry Littleton is here in the chat. He and I do a lot of shows together. He's also a paranormal researcher and cryptid researcher, based out of Kansas, actually. And he's asking, he wants to know, Dinco, if you could talk about the blood vampires you've encountered in the city.
Oh man, there's some real, I can't tell. You know, it's like the people with dark eyes, like you were saying, like, you know, I'm questioning, is this person here? Is this person even with us or from somewhere else, man? But I mean, it's in plain sight, you know, you never really know. So they blend in very well with people.
They do. Do you feel like, because I've been hearing a lot, you know, my ears to the streets when it comes to, you know, monsters, creatures and stuff. A lot of people are reporting now, especially if you're on TikTok and, you know, social media, people are reporting real life vampires all over the place, and people who are claiming to be vampires and werewolves and stuff like that. It seems like there's an uptick right now, and it may be because maybe the veil is thin. It's Halloween, you know, it's October, or it was October. It was Halloween.
Might just be a sign of the times, you know. I mean, new things are being re-released and unleashed. So,
what do you think about CERN?
Who?
You know, CERN, the Large Hadron Collider out of Switzerland. Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay, you know, they actually say that there's one of these facilities in downtown Atlanta too. Okay, there's this thing that's called the Large Hadron Collider, and it's this might take all night. Okay, to explain it to you.
Man, I mean,
I'll give you the Cliff's Notes version. Okay,
yes,
there's like
for the next show.
Scientists have made this gigantic device. It's miles and miles long. I don't know how many miles big it is. It takes up like a whole community underground. It's a bunch of tubes and electronic stuff. I don't know what it's made of, but they're trying to recreate the God particle. Okay, like from the Big Bang.
Yes, okay, yes.
Well, what they're actually doing when they turn it on is like it is opening up dimensions.
Exactly, right.
And letting and opening up portals, and things are coming in and out of these portals.
Right.
And we're not
I can see that. I can see that. Right. I'm big on that. Yeah. Okay, I think you definitely can open windows and in the windows in the world and portals and stuff like that. There's definitely dimensions to it.
Yes. Prince Arcane lives in Atlanta, or used to. I don't know if you're still in Atlanta or not. We were talking about Little 5 Points the other day.
Yeah.
Yes. In Atlanta, I'm somewhere in downtown Atlanta. I mean, I've got some more details, but I don't know. It's just rumors. Okay. But I do know that when I was told that when they turned it on, it was back when you and I lived there. And they said that around, let's just say like the Home Park area, you know where that is, over by the Varsity and stuff. That area started getting high crime, higher crime than normal. We're talking about schmurders. Okay, I can't say certain words on YouTube. Schmurders.
Schmurders.
Yeah, schmurda. And assaults, self-deletions, if you know what I mean. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of just violence, domestic violence, stuff like that, carjackings and all that started happening at the same time that they started turning this machine on. Okay. Yeah. It was almost like something dark came out of it.
Yeah, I'm saying, I'm telling you, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I think there's people who know, there's definitely rituals. I mean, there's definitely portals and sciences and things that are definitely hidden from the rest of the world because, I'm sure it's probably just too much information and too much knowledge to really be handled by humans here.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Here on this channel, like everybody's, we've been talking about this for years now. It's like we're all, it's so wild because I live in a bubble now, kind of. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing these shows all the time, and I got all this experience out in the field, and like just real
Right.
world experience, street experience, and like field experience, and just remote viewing and all that kind of stuff. So like it's almost like it's not that I don't take this into consideration, but there's a lot of people who don't talk about the things that we talk about all the time, and it's so
Right.
cool getting to talk to you about it. It's almost like
No, it's really cool. It's really
kind
good,
of
man.
activating you on some of this information here. So now you can go out and talk about it more.
Spread the news. Yep. Street
Yeah,
news.
that's right. That's right. And that's why I love doing this and having this channel so people can tune in and get some downloads from the information and go spread it.
Right. Because you all over Long Island is talking about stuff I don't know, and I'm right here.
No, right? Well, it's just a matter of just tuning into it. And
I'm tuned in now, Huntress. I'm tuned in.
tuned in, Huntress. I know that
I
is
love
so
that. I
wild.
love
I'm
that
so
name, the
excited.
Huntress. You are
The Huntress. I know that's
that
my new
fits
name.
you so well, the Huntress.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I was just Jay Jones back when you knew me. I was Jessica, and that was
That's
it.
right.
So
Jay
now
Jones. And we both James Jackson, Jay Jones.
we're both JJs. We're both Jay Jones. Okay. Oh my God. And a lot of people may not know you by your real name. Okay. I've always known you by Dinco.
Yeah.
We're both Jay Joneses.
Yeah, I can't hide from that. It's on records, tapes, CDs.
It is. It is. It's almost like we're twins, but we're not.
Mm-hmm. That's our portal.
It's that portal. We're living parallel lives in different bodies, but we're like the same person, probably.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
We definitely always vibe on the same level. We definitely had a great eye to eye thing.
We do. Okay. Oh, Sovereign Cosmic Wildman actually mentioned skin changers or shapeshifters. Okay, that's something else that I've been talking about a lot, are shapeshifters. And there was a recent video. I don't know if you saw this. I should have sent this to you before the show. It was at like I think it was like a Kamala Harris rally or something. There was a man that was sitting behind her. Okay, and this has gone viral. And I just talked about it.
Kamala Harris talk.
It was
behind,
actually
standing in the crowd.
There was somebody
and the
behind
eyes were black.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
What do you think about it?
I mean, I don't know. They good with editing these days, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, you see it all the time in different little videos and stuff. So I don't know, but yeah, it looked kind of crazy. It didn't look too much photo edited or nothing, but yeah, I don't know.
It was really weird. It was really odd, and so there are shapeshifters walking among us, and that includes the word of the day: reptilians. Okay, reptilians. What's up with reptilians? What are your thoughts on reptilians?
Oh man, that's just part of our DNA and history. We come from extraterrestrial reptilians.
Yeah. Did you see Kim Kardashian's Halloween outfit?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, she was a straight up reptilian. And yeah, she said that she was a white crocodile.
Oh man, I like that name, White Crocodile.
White crocodile, white crocs. Yes,
right, white crocs.
Yeah. She 100% was definitely like a reptilian. People are like, oh, that's her true form.
Yeah, they always say they talk about them all the time.
Well, we call these things like conspiracy theories. Okay, but are they really conspiracy theories, or is this true?
They're configures theories, configuring stuff.
Right. Yes. Thank you, Skip, for becoming a member. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Yeah, it's almost like we're shown things. Okay, we're shown things, and some people say we're the elite. If you want to call them elite, I say elite with a little e. Okay, the elite like show us stuff, right? And it's almost like some people say it's so that they don't get the karma. Okay, when bad things happen to us, like if they do something, let's just say, let's talk about concerts, Dingo. Let's talk about concerts real quick, because you are an entertainer. You've done a lot of concerts.
Right.
There's a lot of like dark magic rituals being done on stage today at concerts, like Taylor Swift.
Definitely.
Okay, what's so it's like very demonic and satanic and stuff. I mean, that didn't happen when you guys were doing your tours and stuff. Like,
I mean, I'm sure it was going on in different circles, but you know, we definitely kept that away from us. So I mean, any of that type of energy, you know, we kept it away. But there was some strange things going on at concerts. Especially you get to see masses of people at a time, and you see the energy you create and how they respond to it. And everybody receives it different. You know, they get different tones.
Yeah. It's really wild. You know, there's like a Lana Del Rey concert where like the whole crowd like it was almost like a directed energy weapon or something, like kind of pushed everybody down, and you know, like the whole Travis Scott thing. And I mean, it's so different from, I mean, I used to go to concerts in the 90s, and honestly, I actually in the 2000s or whatever, I've always gone to concerts. But it didn't have that bad vibe where like people are actually leaving mid-concert because it feels like some kind of like satanic ritual. We're not talking about like Ozzy Osbourne concerts. We're talking about like rappers and
right, exactly. The world is one big melting pot right now. It's crazy.
It is. It feels like there's just an agenda, I guess, going on, and and you know, I don't know if it has something to do with CERN, if CERN they've like put us in another dimension or what. And so Dinko, I you know, you're a super positive dude. And I'm always telling my audience to don't live in fear. Okay. I talk about some dark stuff. Okay.
Right.
But I talk about it so that we can shine light on it.
Exactly. Because it's not a light. You know, a lot of people like to stay away from that light.
Yes. Well, we just shine light on all this stuff. And we shine light on it so that we're not scared of it. We don't live in fear, and we have a higher vibrational frequency, right? I'm always encouraging everybody to like vibe high, get on, so we can get on our highest timeline, so we're not living in all this funk of like some like satanic ritual every day, of like some weird like mind control kind of stuff, you know. And that kind of goes back to like the MK Ultra, I guess, and even the Montauk Project, you know. Yeah, and the cloning. I don't know. This is really cool, Dingo. Gosh, you've been very candid.
I love it, man. You got me excited now. Now I'm tuned in. I'm gonna be tuned in all the time.
Well, I sure hope so. Sovereign says, crazy times, many, many names you didn't think were involved in the reptilian Satanism. Yeah, I bet you didn't think we were going to talk about this tonight. So sorry, but it's kind of funny. Reptilian Satanism is being exposed right now. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But you know, and here's another thing. It is like 3-letter agency, like mind control, psyops, and things like that. You know, that's just a part of the culture right now. It's a part of our society, and it's all about recognizing it and not participating in it. Okay, if you can. So I don't know. I love it. I'm just over here chasing Bigfoot and Dogman. You know. And,
I can't wait, man. I'm ready to Dogman catch.
Dogman cat, are you sure? What would you do if you, or when? I'm not going to say if.
Well, I don't know. I would definitely have to have some firepower on me just in case. Just in case Dogman acts crazy on me, you know.
Okay, I got you covered. I always have you covered. That's one thing that like I was very nervous about at Long Island, is that I couldn't travel with my firearm.
Right. Yeah, you messing around, playing around out here.
I did not like that at all. When I got out there, I did not have my sidearm. I didn't have anything. I felt like a sitting duck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did you at least have a stick? Did you at least have a stick or a cane or blades? You got to have something.
Of course. I always have a weapon. It's a secret. Nobody ever knows exactly.
Right. You don't know. Yeah, don't let them know.
Never let anybody know. You know me. I know better than that. But yeah, it's yeah, I mean, I've had people on my show that claim to be a part of like, and I personally I have gone out and done a dogman hunt, a couple of them. I've got another one planned soon. But people that are coming
when's your next Dogman hunt coming?
It's under, I'll have to tell you backstage.
Backstage, okay.
Yeah. I never give my information away.
Right. You know,
it's dangerous. Yeah.
You'll have agents on you.
You don't, well, I already do. So,
Oh, wow.
but, yeah, it's, well, I've had people on my show that, have knowledge of a dogman breeding program run by maybe our government.
Right.
Okay, like werewolves, dogmen, Bigfoot. Yeah, run. The government has full knowledge of these things. Okay, I believe, this is my opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, I have to say that every show. Entertainment purposes only. I do believe that I think our government has full knowledge of these things. And I did mention earlier that they are at national parks. A lot of the concentrations are there. And have you ever heard of all the missing people clusters all over the United States?
Yeah. They people going missing every day by the numbers.
They do. Okay. Well, there's a guy who's a former Bigfoot field researcher, detective, law enforcement named David Politis.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he wrote a series called Missing 411. And he actually went in and got the data of all these missing people from our national parks. The Park Service did not want to give him this information. It's thousands and thousands and thousands of people going missing every year. Guess what? I got to tell you this. So when you line up the map of the missing 411, he found clusters of missing people all over the U.S. and North America. Guess. Okay, so the clusters are, guess where? National parks. Okay, national parks. Guess what's underneath these national parks?
Lakes,
deep underground military bases.
Right.
Even some of them have submarine bases and stuff too.
I do not doubt it. I'm sure they do.
Yeah. And guess what lines up on top of that map? If you like overlay them and all these other maps on them, Bigfoot sighting maps, the Bigfoot sighting matches up where the missing people are. UFO sighting maps match up. And what else? Missing people. Oh, and the cave systems too. So our cave systems, wow. They all match up. It's like the same exact concentrations of all of those things are on those maps. It's wild. It's so wild. It's just, some people say we're conspiracy theorists, but we're just telling the truth. Okay.
That's it, baby.
For entertainment purposes only. Oh my gosh. Well, Dinco, what you got going on right now? Is there anything else? Okay, there any other story you can think of? Anything you want to talk about tonight? Because this is a lot of fun.
Man, just I'm like my mother lives in South Carolina, so I'm back and forth now since my pops died. So the woods out there, there's a lot of good things to the woods and the energy out there. Sometimes I stare into the woods and the things that I imagine when I look into the woods is crazy because it's a different dark down there in South Carolina in the woods. So I definitely be wanting to venture into the woods and then with some night vision or something and see what's going on out there because there's a lot of things that just be in the woods, man, in the trees and the grass.
Okay, well, there's a lot of really good cryptids in South Carolina. And my jam, like my favorite one to talk about is the lizard man of Skateboard Swamp.
Lizard what?
The lizard man.
Lizard man, yeah.
Of Skateboard Swamp, or Bishopville. I don't know how close this is to where your family lives, but there's a place called Bishopville. Bishopville. You gotta look it up. And there was a kid. There was a kid. His name was Christopher. I can't remember his last name. Christopher somebody. I can't remember. He's passed away since all this happened. But this was back in the 90s, I think, or early 2000s. I can't remember. He had been working at the local like McDonald's or some kind of fast food place.
Yeah. And
he got off work around like 2 a.m. I think he like left around 2. And he was driving home in Bishopville, South Carolina, and he had to go over this bridge. His car got a flat tire. And so he had to pull over on this bridge. And he had just gotten his tire changed. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. He had some hamburgers in the car. He'd taken some food home. He was ready to go home and eat some burgers.
Man got him.
And pass out, right? And he said, what he said was he didn't even want to report it. He said he was just terrified. But eventually the story came out. He said that he was putting his jack back in his trunk, like where he had just changed his tire. And he closed the trunk of the car and he saw this gigantic creature running right at him. And so he jumped in thank God he had time to jump in the car and lock the door. And it got up to his car and it was a lizard. It was like a reptilian, a huge reptilian. It got on his car and it started trying to tear his car up. It was like scratching his car, trying to get him. And so he was able to drive off. Thank God he was able to get in the car and lock the door. He drove home. He said that his parents said that when he got home, he was like just white as a ghost, scared, like couldn't even talk.
And that was South Carolina?
Bishopville, South Carolina. It's called the Lizard Man of Scape Ore Swamp.
Okay, yeah, man.
Scape Ore Swamp. And so his mom and dad took him to the police department the next day. And they filed a report, and I don't know what happened to his car. It seems like they sold it. They ended up selling his car, but man, that would be just like a wonderful piece of cryptid history right there.
Yeah,
I would totally buy that car for the scratches from a lizard man.
Right?
You know what I mean? Put it in a museum. But yeah, that's one of the more well-known cases. And then all these people started reporting the same thing around that area, that their cars were getting torn to pieces at night and stuff. And it's just wild. It's really wild, but it happens. I think that it was probably like a reptilian or something that came up from underground, and it was hungry. You know, they eat people. Okay, so
they eat people.
They eat people. Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
so you gotta watch out. Tell your mom. Is it your mom that lives there?
Yeah, well, my brother's down there with her.
Tell your mom and your brothers to please keep your head on a swivel. Don't be scared.
Oh no, she's a country girl. She's from the country.
So she can hold her own.
Yeah, she's been holding her own for a minute, man.
I love it. Oh my God. Well, us country girls down here in the South, we know how to hold our own. We know how to take care of it.
Exactly. You know, I'm a country baby. Even though I was born in New York, my parents are from the Carolinas, so I'm really a country baby. You know. You
are. Well, we hung out in Atlanta. We're down here in the South. That's how I know you. Okay, is being down here. But since you and I hung out, I have become the Cryptid Huntress. Okay.
I love it, man. I love it.
I know, right? Okay. Well, this has been freaking fantastic, and I hope
it's been great, man. And we're gonna do it again and again. Yeah. And we're gonna do some live expeditions. You know, at least as much as we can show. You know, we're gonna do some live expeditions.
We'll do it for sure. I mean, I've already gotten look at that. I've already gotten my friends. I got Long Island Bigfoot, who's been in the chat tonight. He's actually one of my moderators too. Mike has already said, "Hey, we'll take you out up there next time I come up."
Love it. Yeah, I can't wait, man.
For sure. Yeah, and Brian's been in here too. Montauk is strange. We've got several friends. I got a bunch of friends up there on Long Island, and it never ceases to amaze me the amount of high strangeness you guys have up there. It's wild, including UFO abductions and things like that too. So
no doubt. Well, November 4th. That's my birthday this Monday.
Happy birthday! I meant to tell you happy birthday in the beginning. This is your birthday weekend. I want to say happy birthday from everybody here at the channel. Everybody in the chat.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. I'm so glad. Thank you for spending your Saturday night with us.
I'm glad I'm doing this tonight. It's a beautiful weekend. I went out last night. Now I'm doing this with you. Life is great.
It's awesome. Oh my gosh. Well, I know you have many more birthdays. We'll have to celebrate next time we see you. We'll be celebrating Bigfoot style. Over there. Hopefully it'll be this year, sometime early in the year.
Man. Well, we got 2 months left. Well, listen, the next couple months, man, I want in on some type of hunt. Dogman, reptilian. We got to do it.
How about vampires in the city?
Well, let's do vampires in the city. Let's do that. That's what we could do. I'll take you to some well-known vampire hangouts.
Okay, I would actually rather go look for vampires than Bigfoot, honestly. With you, I would totally do that. Okay.
Right, we could do that, man. I'll show you people, and you tell me. You know, some of them I play pool with. I'm friends with some of these vampires out here. So
really.
They come in, you don't really know them from nowhere, and then you end up their friend, and you don't know too much about them. But there's real walking vampires out here. Yeah.
There are, and you know what? You know what game we could play? Okay, let's point out the non-humans. Okay, that would be a fun game.
Right. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna go in the
Vampire
city.
Brooklyn.
We're gonna do that right in the city, man. That's gonna be fun.
Okay, okay, also, I got something else to ask you. Okay, okay, it's another celebrity question. All right, so there are celebrities that go back. If you look at like historical pictures of celebrities, or no, historical pictures of people who look exactly like doppelgangers of
Right.
current day celebrities. What do you think about that? Do you think that's just a coincidence, or could there be like immortal vampires, or could it be cloning? What do you think?
I mean, I think it's a natural process of life, and you know, we all from the same DNAs, different DNAs. That's, you know, we're gonna share a lot of the same images and qualities and features. So I don't know.
I know. Well, we really don't know, but it is kind of an anomaly, and it's fun to look into. I found pictures of like, what is it, Nicolas Cage. They say he's a vampire.
Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, he's a vampire. He plays vampires too.
Right, he plays them pretty well.
He does. I wonder why. Maybe because he is one. I don't know. This is for entertainment purposes only. Justin Timberlake, John Travolta, that guy who's like Peter Dinklage or something. Is that his name?
Oh, that Spider-Man kid, Peter Dinklage.
No, the guy from Game of Thrones. He's the
okay,
little guy.
Yeah.
And Mark Zuckerberg. There's a picture of somebody like a old king or prince that looked like him. And I don't know. There's Anne Hathaway actually was on Drew Barrymore's show. I saw this clip last week where her husband looks exactly like William Shakespeare. And it's wild because Drew Barrymore pulled up a picture of his first wife, and her name was Anne Hathaway, and she looks exactly like Anne Hathaway.
Wow.
I know, right? So anyways, doppelgangers, we've talked about everything, Dinco.
Yes. I've had fun, man. It's been a great night. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Jess, for what you do.
Well, thank you. And I want you to come back. We're going to do some more hanging out very soon.
Yes, and send me some links. I mean, what's the links that everybody? All your links is on your site, your YouTube or whatever?
Yes, I've got my YouTube, the Cryptid Huntress on YouTube, and my website, thecryptidhuntress.com, of course. I'll send it all to you. Don't you worry.
Yes. I can't wait to get into that.
Okay. Well, I want you to tell my audience about you. Okay, tell everybody about your new music that's out. Tell them about your everything you got going on your website and everything.
Okay. Well, check it out. Dinco D, DINCOD. Skip a row, add a D. You know, Dinco D. That's the name. Right now, I have new music out called New School Link Music with with my partner from Atlanta, Adasa, Party Crashers, and we got different musicians and people that who have the same feelings about music, and we make music together and create music for other people. So look out for a lot of that. Party Crashers, New School Link Music. Also, I'm doing art now. I've had my stuff up in 2 galleries. I only started getting back into it like 2-3 years ago. And, you know, it's definitely growing and getting better as an artist. So look out for my art. Also, my sneaker, 360 ETA. I should have a new one coming out top of the year. The all black ones, 360 Dinco ETA. I'm gonna have the all black ones in those coming out. Also, you know, I got skateboards, I got mouse pads, I got, you know, go on my website, you see all this stuff. Just inventing the wheel and keeping the wheel turning. That's it.
Yeah, you are. And you know, I had several pictures, of course, and I did show that picture of you and Doom, and I think it's like Eric Sermon and KRS One. But this is how everybody knows you originally. This is with Charlie Brown and
LONS.
Yes, Lawn. So yeah, the good old days, man.
Days are still great, man. It's still great days ahead.
Yeah, so that's wonderful, man. I'm so glad you came to hang out, and it's good catching up with you. It's
definitely good catching up. And I'd like to thank the audience and your peoples and inviting me into this world, and you will see more of me here.
Heck yeah, you're coming back. You're coming back for sure. And yeah, you keep your ear to the street in New York. I know you do. Listen out for vampires, okay? And oh, by the way, Brown is on a good friend of mine. He's out in LA. He and his brother own a skate shop in LA. And so I need to get you hooked up with them. They've got they sell skateboards. Okay.
Okay.
So he said we got to talk business. He's also a Bigfoot field researcher too, out there
Oh,
in
nice.
California. Yeah.
Nice.
In Sierra. So yeah, we'll link y'all up, Brown Dwarf. Thank you. I almost forgot about that, Brown Dwarf. Okay. So okay. Yes. Everybody is they like your shoes, Dinco. Said just
Thank you.
kick your
Thank you.
hand. For sure. Okay. And here's Long Island Bigfoot. I'm gonna get you guys in touch too. Maybe
Yes. Connect
be
us
hanging
together
out.
so we could get a head start till you get up here.
Okay. Somebody's in here quoting In Living Color too. I love this. You can do what you want to do. In
You
Living
can
Color.
do what you want to do.
In Living Color.
Color.
That's right. That was a show, man. That was a jam.
Yeah,
And
we was
Yogi
actually on.
Raps. Man,
We
you
was
were
on
all
there.
that.
We were on there about 3 times. We was on there 3 times.
Yeah. Yeah, you were. That was one of my favorite shows growing up in high school. And
Right.
MTV Raps, of course.
And
too.
that was our first appearance to the world when we did
Was it?
PTA. Yeah, Case of the PTA.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Well, that's awesome. And I remember you, and it was just really cool. It's really cool hanging out in Atlanta, minding my own business, listening to a DJ, and then rubbing shoulders with you, and not having a clue who you were.
Exactly, and having a great time and vibing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. All right,
Okay.
everybody. This has been so fun. Okay, so everybody, please come back and see me on Monday. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. You guys are the best. I have the best live chat on the internet, hands down. You guys are the best. I want to thank everybody. Skip for becoming a member tonight. Firewater by Design, thank you for the super sticker, and also T-Bone, thank you for gifting all those memberships tonight. Y'all are the best, man. And I want to thank my moderators, my Patreon members, my channel member, whatever. Y'all are the best, everybody. And Dinco, you're the best.
Yo, you are the best. We the best. We are the best.
We the best. And we're not clones that we know
Nah,
of.
no clones here. No clones. This is a no clone zone.
No Clone Zone. Oh my gosh, that could be your new album.
Yeah,
No Clone
that's
Zone.
it. No clone zone. I like that. We're gonna work on that.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Okay. All right. Well, everybody, y'all have a wonderful night. Everybody, please stay safe out there. Y'all keep your head on a swivel, keep your heart wide open. I love you guys.
Love
Dinco,
you. I'll see y'all soon.
We'll see y'all soon. Y'all have a great night. Dinco, you're the
Peace.
best. Buy his music, you guys. Okay, buy his music. Oh, look, we've already got the no clone zone up in here. Thank you, Sovereign. Oh my God. All right, everybody, have a great night. We'll talk to y'all soon. I'll see you Monday. Bye, y'all.